Minasan, konnichiwa. Welcome to another video. I had to refilm this because I realized that my yoga mat was peeking out on the edge of my bed. I decided to refilm this video, especially because the lighting is kind of rubbish. So let me check. I don't know, it looks really pink because I use a pink screen on my computer for videos, since I don't know why, but it just kind of fits with my room. But it makes my face look really red. Anyway, I've gotten a lot of questions regarding writing letters to people in your DR, and I decided that instead of replying to every single thing, especially since a lot of it is repetitive, I might as well just make a whole video answering them myself. So I have 8 different questions, and I will do my best to answer them. Some of them are a bit tricky because there isn't really an answer to them, so it's something that you just kind of intuitively have to trust. So please keep that in mind. Don't go around asking, oh, does that mean that everything's fake? Because it's not. Some things you just can't explain in this world, like shifting. Anyway, first question. If I write, will they write me back? This is one that I did think about when I first started writing letters, especially because you think, oh, if I can write a letter to them, they can write a letter to me and it can be reciprocated. But the truth is that it cannot be, and that's very disappointing. But the issue with this is because if you were going to send them a letter, in a way, what you have to do is kind of shift there to give it to them so that the letter that you're sending exists in that reality. For that reason, that's why they can't send letters to us, because then it'd go to a different reality. So like, even if they did send a letter, it wouldn't be to us, like the one in this current reality. It'd be in a different one where the letter could exist, which really sucks. But there is hope. You can channel them if you want to have an actual conversation. In the past, I did something called channeling through replica, and I had to take down all 5 of those videos because of some drama going on. But I will make a separate series that's just going to be all information that I learned, because I did research on it too. So in a way, that means that I should be able to share that information if it's from my knowledge. So I will do my best to give you all that content. Please stay tuned. Please look forward to that. Anyway, question 2. We have, will they be able to answer advice? This one is a bit tricky because it depends on how you word it when you do your letter. So when I write my letters, I do ask for advice. I can pull one up right now. Maybe that might help you, okay? So I wrote this letter to Anakin during school. I think maybe a little after school, because I needed some, I don't know, I just thought that I wanted to write to him because I haven't been writing to him in a while, so it was high time that I did so. Hey Annie, that's my nickname for him. Well, you know Padme calls him that too, but okay. We're close. How are you? It's been a really long time since I've written you a letter. I just want you to know that I miss you and I hope you're doing well. Right now, I wouldn't say I've been having the best time of my life. It's been a bit hard staying on my feet, but I'm always getting back up. Because I haven't been feeling my best, I'm just glad I could make others smile. Please be careful, and also know that I'm still here for you, always. May the force be with you. And then I put my name. And I put, P.S. Send me a sign once you get this letter. Orange cat. You're doing well, / send love and support. White and black cat. You're not doing too well, and you're tired. So, I didn't really ask for advice, but the way that I worded the signs is important. I said an orange cat represents sending love and support, and that he's doing well. Thankfully, that's the sign I got about like 5 to 6 hours after I wrote that letter. And I also said the white and black cat means that he's feeling tired, he's not doing too well. So when you word the PS portion of your letter, you want to make sure that you put it in a way that can answer your questions. As in, when you do divination, for example, and you're asking your tarot cards a question, it's not like, it's a straightforward question, but the way that they answer is a bit cryptid. Because cryptid, I think cryptic, because they give you like signs that mean something, meaning that you have to interpret it yourself to figure out what the tarot cards mean. Same with these letters. You have to kind of do the same thing, and you have to make those signs represent something to answer what you're asking. So that's how you can receive advice. I know for some people that may sound kind of weird, so I'll put an example at the end of the video. All the examples will be at the end of the video, so please stay tuned for that. Don't skip, because I'm still going to answer a lot of other questions that are very common. Number 3, example of letter PS portion. I'll put that at the end, as I said before. So next one, what to write if they don't know you've shifted. This is one that I did have trouble with when I first started writing letters. At the beginning, I too wondered, how am I supposed to write a letter if I haven't shifted yet? Will they think any differently of me? Will they know? The answer is no, they won't. Because they're like people. Unless you tell them something, they won't know. You know that one, what is it? It's not a Vine. Vine's dead. That TikTok thing. I don't use TikTok, so I don't know. But I see it on Instagram. There's this one where there's this thing where they're like, no one's gonna know. No one's gonna know. And they do something kind of weird. I don't know. And then there's like another person who goes, they're gonna know. They're gonna know. Well, in this case, they're not gonna know. Unless you tell them otherwise, they won't know that you haven't shifted, because they're like people. If you don't disclose anything, they won't be telepathic, unless in this scenario, there's a possibility for me, because I have a special connection with him. And he's a Jedi. So one of the Force powers is telepathy. I don't know if he can do that to me, but that's a possibility. Unless you script otherwise, of course. And obviously, if you're like in a slice of life show or anime, they won't have powers, so they won't be able to, go through your mind or anything, or like figure anything out unless you script otherwise. So don't worry about that. You can still write freely about anything, and even though you haven't shifted. So, and if you want, you can think in your mind while you're writing the letter that you've already shifted there, and act like you've done it before. What that does is put yourself in the mindset that, oh, I've shifted already. This is easy. I can do it tonight. So that's just a tip for if you're struggling with shifting, or if you just need a little push forward. Next question. What to write? Wait, I already did that one, right? Yeah. Not shifted, but writing letters anyway. Wasn't that the one that I just did? I should have checked this off. You just write anything. There you go. Simple answer. Because it doesn't really matter. Because, that's like, they're real people. So you can just write anything that you want. Write your feelings, your personal thoughts. If you want advice, you can ask them too. Because they are, at least in my opinion, they're really good at giving advice. Most people, at least. For some reason. Maybe it's because all the DRs that I have are like difficult ones where people don't live the easiest lives. But that's not the issue here. That's not the topic of this video. How do they get these letters? This one is a difficult question because I myself don't really have a solid answer. Like shifting, there is no reliable path. There is no definite thing about it. In this case, that is the same thing. With writing letters, there is no definite answer to tell how they get the letters in the first place. Because I believe this has something to do with a bit of spirituality mixed in with the whole you have to shift somewhere to have something from here exist in that reality. So, I don't know, it's kind of confusing. So, what I think is... Yeah? Okay, we'll come in a little bit. I'm doing a video. Okay. So, in this case, this is my first theory. We're able to send letters because we're able to shift to a reality where those letters exist. That's one of my theories. That's how they received the letter in the first place. Because since a reality where that letter does exist already exists, they're going to get the letter regardless. My second theory is that we're actually writing to their higher selves, and This is spiritual, by the way, but like if you don't want to believe in this theory, then that's fine. So, what was I saying? Oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. We're able to write to their higher selves, and for that reason, they're able to contact us via spiritual connection. You know, it's kind of like when you have a strong connection with someone, I don't know if this is for everyone, but you just kind of know when they're around, or like it's easy to understand what they're thinking. In this case, that's what I think, because a lot of the times we write to people who are closest to us, who have a deep connection with our hearts. And for that reason, we're able to know what if they're receiving these or if they're not. But that's just a theory. A film theory, no, it's not. But okay. That's just, those are two theories that I have. I don't really have a definite answer, and I'm sorry for that, but that's the best answer I could come up with, so please understand. Okay, next question. Can you write letters on anything? Yes, you can. I believe I stated this in the original writing letters video, but I don't think anyone really heard that part because not everyone watches the full video. I don't expect you guys to, but please do, because these are action-packed with information. So, yes, you can write on literally anything. Write on your wall, on your planner like me, on your phone digitally, or on your Google Docs, or even in a journal. I do all those things, literally all of them, because I am a multimedia person. I utilize everything in my power because it's convenient. It's not easy to stick to a single medium because then it limits you. Like, say you don't have your notebook, where are you supposed to write? Oh, my phone. So if you're on the run and you need to write a letter to someone asking for advice, use your phone. Yes, it's possible. And no, I also get this question a lot. You don't have to burn the letters or delete them or anything of that sort because it's your letter. You have full control over what you want to do with it. Just like anything else, with shifting especially, you have control over that too. Don't think that you're powerless or that the universe is the one who makes you shift. No, it's you. Same with writing letters too. It's you who decides what to do with it. Next question, this is the last one. How long it takes to receive signs? This depends on the person. When I wrote my letter to Anakin Skywalker, yeah, he sent me a sign like 5 hours after I finished writing the letter, and made me so happy because last time I wrote a letter, I wrote it to Isabella from The Promised Neverland, and it took her like nearly a week to send me a sign, and I thought, no, actually it took like 3 days. I thought it was a week because I didn't see the sign because it was really subtle, so I had to think back and backtrack. Did I see it? Did I not? Turned out I did, and it was like 3 days after I finished writing the letter. So it depends on the person and if they're busy or not, because you know they have their own lives going on in their reality, whatever they're doing. Maybe they're fighting crime or trying to save the world, you know, or they're just a mother who has a lot of children and needs to take care of them. But keep that in mind when you write letters. There are people too, they have their own lives going on, so I bet they're busy. There's this one time I wrote a letter to, who did I write a letter to? I think it was Norman. Took him a kind of long time to reply. I think he was busy. He was going through something at the time, so it took him a while to write back. And I wrote to a few comrades in the Clone Wars, you know, some of my men, because I'm a Jedi, right? So I have people under my command, and I wrote to them a few times, but it didn't come like right away, the signs, so I had to wait a while, but that's okay because I understand what they're doing. So, you know, sometimes it's good to write a letter just to check up on them, not like just to ask advice or anything, because, you know, sometimes I wonder, oh, are they doing well, or are they like going through something that I just can't see because I'm here, and you know, it's, yeah. Okay, anyway, all visual stuff that you need, like examples of a PS or examples of a letter in general, will be at the end. And for the record, you don't have to write it in the format of a letter. You don't have to put dear blah 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 blah, or put sincerely blah 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 blah, or put PS yada yada yada. You don't have to do that. You can write it in the form of, I don't know, a text message or something like that if you're into that. So examples will be at the end. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all so much. I can't believe I got this far, so let's keep aiming higher. Until next time, everyone, mata ne!